Have you ever felt like your brain is just a runaway train? You know, the thoughts are racing so fast you can't even catch your breath? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you there's a simple, incredibly powerful way to just hit the brakes? Today, we're going to break down a technique that can shut down that overthinking in, and I mean this, literally under a minute. And look, this is not just some random life hack from the internet. Get this, it's a specific protocol used by Harvard-trained doctors to stop racing thoughts in under 60 seconds. That alone tells you there's some serious weight behind this method. So, what's the actual problem we're trying to solve here? It's this feeling right here, that mental hamster wheel, where you're replaying a conversation over and over, you're worrying about something in the future, or you're just stuck on one single nagging thought. It feels completely impossible to escape, doesn't it? Well, there's a reason for that. Something very specific is happening inside your brain. So let's get into the science of it, because this isn't about willpower or just thinking positive. No, this is a technique that's grounded in how our brains are actually wired. This whole thing comes straight from the field of cognitive behavioral neuroscience. That's just the fancy way of saying it's the study of how our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors are all tangled up with the physical wiring of our brains. So the solution we're talking about is neurological, not just psychological. And this really simplifies the problem in the best way possible. See, overthinking isn't some kind of character flaw, it's a specific green state. Your prefrontal cortex, that's the part in charge of planning and decision-making, it gets stuck in overdrive. It's kind of like a car engine, just revving and revving while it's stuck in neutral. So the goal isn't to crush the thought, it's to help your brain shift gears. Okay, now, before I show you the exact steps, I really need you to pay close attention here. This method is incredibly simple, but its power is all in the details. And I mean this, if you skip even a single word in this process, that neurological gear shift we're talking about, it just won't happen. It flat out won't work. So, you ready? All right, here it is, the three-step method. It's officially known as the cognitive labeling protocol. Each step is super simple, but it serves a very, very specific purpose. Here we go. Step 1, you just label the thought. Don't judge it, don't fight it, just name it. For example, I am having the thought that I might fail this presentation. Step 2, and this is crucial, slow verbalization. You have to say that sentence out loud and slowly. And then step 3, a timed pause. After you say it, you just pause for a moment. That is it. Label it, say it slowly, and pause. But why on earth does this work when so many other things fail? Well, to really get why this works, we have to talk about why our usual approach, fighting our thoughts, is a complete disaster. Most of us, we're taught to just push negative thoughts away. Turns out, that's the exact opposite of what actually helps. Think about it like this. Trying to fight a thought is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. The harder you push it down, the more forcefully it's going to pop right back up in your face. The approach that works isn't fighting the thought, it's naming it. You see, by naming the thought, you create a little bit of space. You separate yourself from it. You aren't the thought. You become the observer of the thought. And there's actually a cool scientific name for this process. It's called affect labeling. It's simply the act of putting your feelings and your thoughts into words. And this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It has a real, measurable effect on your brain's activity. So here's what's actually happening in your head. When you label a thought out loud, you actually reduce activity in your amygdala. Now, the amygdala, that's your brain's alarm center. It's the part that's screaming danger when you're overthinking. Naming the thought literally turns down the volume on that alarm. And this has been proven with brain scan studies from places like UCLA and Harvard. You are physically calming your own brain down. So let's bring this all home. Let's get to the core takeaway here. The real power behind this entire technique, the reason it works so well, it all comes down to one simple, beautiful concept. This is it. Let that sink in for a second. Your brain calms down when it feels understood. When you fight a thought, you're basically treating your own brain like an enemy. But when you name it, you're acknowledging it. You're sending a message to your brain that says, hey, I hear you. I see this thought. And in that one moment of acknowledgement, that feeling of being understood, the whole alarm system just powers down. So here's the challenge. Don't just believe me because of the science. The very next time your mind starts racing, don't fight it. Just stop and label the thought out loud, slowly. Then pause. Just try this once. That is all it takes to actually feel the difference. You've got nothing to lose, except for a thought that's holding you captive.